Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the gym. Thank you so much for tuning in. Long weekend. Wow. Long weekend, yeah. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the 4th of July celebrations and had a nice weekend. I had a great weekend. Got a lot of things that I did. I got to visit with my good friend Riley and his girlfriend Jill. That was great. They were visiting from Madison, Wisconsin, and got to spend the weekend with them. You may know Riley from the Tag Team podcast, which I record on Mondays with Riley Hulbert and JW Krewall. So, yeah, tonight should be recording a new episode, I believe. We had a great time. Got to go kayaking. It was a lot of fun. And went and celebrated the 4th of July with my buddy Frank and some other folks from the Pokemon community. So that was cool. And just oh yeah, Riley and Jill introduced me to a wonderful new TV program that I had never seen before. Yeah, wow. I started watching my first season of Love Island. Man, what a show. Tell you what a freaking show. Thank you, Mythic Alex, for that sub in the 37 months. I had never seen such a thing. Yes. I started watching season 11 of Love Island UK. Yes. Absolutely wild. Immensely entertaining, actually. I have to say. Thank you, Mr. Misters, for that sub in the 38 months. Thank you, Eyes on Fine Art. Now, that's a great username there. Thank you, Eyes on Fine Art, for the Prime sub in the 5 months. Thank you, Mythic Alex, for the sub in the 37 months. But yeah, oh yeah, Love Island, hilarious. My goodness. And then, like, obviously, we were joking. It seems like the whole show seems like the Stanford prison experiment. Like, like how is this show a thing? Oh, the narrator is hysterical. Oh yeah, the whole thing's hysterical. It's messed up. I mean, it's incredibly messed up. The show itself, the concept of the show is messed up. I feel like it's reality TV at its like apex form, you know? The accents pull it all together. Half the time, I don't even know what they're saying because we're watching the UK edition. Riley told me you got to watch the UK edition. I was like, all right. I feel like Love Island is just reality TV in its final form. Yeah, it was wild for sure. So we've been watching a little bit of that. I've seen, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 episodes now. I like trying to just guess what they're saying, you know, because sometimes the accents are so thick. I'm like, what did you? And then they're like they're drinking, and then they're arguing, and then and like they're squabbling over things, you know, and you're just like, well, what are they saying? what is actually happening right now? But that's the point though. It's kind of fun. The thing that I really enjoyed about Love Island is that and yeah, not to mention the way that they say things, like, you know, proper. Things being proper. Hilarious. But I think the coolest thing about the show was that, like, you know, we were entertaining company. Like, we were entertaining my friends Riley and Jill. And, like, myself and Natalie and Riley and Jill, we could all watch it together. But it's like we weren't just watching something and, like, we didn't have to be quiet while we were watching it. Like, it was a social watching experience. Like, when you're watching the show as a group, you and all your friends are, like, laughing and making fun of the people that are on the show, and then also talking about who's your favorite and who's your least favorite. It's like it's a very social activity, which I don't know that I've ever had, like, a show that felt like it was such a social activity. Like, most shows you're trying to, like, listen because there's something important happening, but on Love Island, there's almost never anything incredibly important happening, except for sometimes you have to be like, whoa, what did he just say? You know, and then you have to go. But, like, for the most part, there's, like, nothing important's happening. So oh yeah, Lance. I'm watching the season with Joey Essex. Yeah. But listen, I'm not through the whole season yet, all right? So no spoilers, bro. No spoilers. Okay? Omar just joined the island. That's all I know, all right? There was Uma and then Omar. I know. Okay? I just got to Omar. Don't you dare spoil anything for me, okay? I'm really invested. The season is a war zone. I know. Ronnie was my favorite for the first, like, 5 episodes, but then Ronnie went and screwed up the coupling, okay? Because he said that instead of just, like, locking it in with Jess, he started saying, like, oh, well, maybe I like Harriet. What a moron, dude. Like, what a freaking moron. God, I thought Ronnie was infallible. I was like, wow, Ronnie's the dad of the group. He's going to hold everybody together. He's clearly team captain. He's the only guy with a good head on his shoulders. And then Ronnie had to go and screw everything up. You see how this is fun? It's fun. Yeah, thank you, Skizmaster, for the sub and the 15 months. Yes. But that was a lot of fun. So we watched some Love Island, went kayaking, went rock climbing this weekend, played a lot of Pokemon Go this weekend. That was great. Yeah, I'm watching the show on Hulu. Yeah. That's how I'm watching it. Played a lot of Pokemon Go this weekend. That was great. And yeah. Let's see what else I do. Played some Neopets TCG. That was fun. Played Pokemon Go. That was fun. Yes. And I've got my family vacation is coming up next week. So I will not be streaming next week. So I'm streaming every day this week. I've actually got an action-packed week coming up. Today we're playing the Pokemon TCG Live, the greatest game ever made. Tomorrow I've got a Gym Leader Challenge, best of 7? Best of 5. We bring best of 7, 4 decks, yes. Tomorrow, I've got a Gym Leader Challenge Tabletop Best of 7 Conquest series happening with Craig. So Craig is going to be coming through. It's going to be an afternoon stream, so we're starting at 2 p.m. And me and Craig are going to be doing a Best of 7 GLC Conquest series where first to 4 wins. So that'll be a lot of fun. I did a Conquest series with JD in a similar fashion a couple weeks ago. On Wednesday, I've got Heather coming through again for another Neopets trading card game tabletop stream. We've been working on our Neopets decks, and we're going to show those off. So myself and Heather will be around doing that on Wednesday morning, which that's a lot of fun, honestly. It's always a blast having Heather on. So Heather and I are going to be doing that on Wednesday morning. And then on Thursday, I've got Joe Cornell coming through for more standard. We're going to be doing standard Fable, the Fable set? Shrouded Fable, yes. We're going to be doing standard Pokemon Shrouded Fable testing on Thursday. So 3 tabletop days in a row. We got Gym Leader Challenge Conquest, we got Neopets, we got Standard. Boom, boom, boom. Very exciting week ahead, and then on Friday I'll be playing the greatest game ever made, the Pokemon TCG Live. So yeah, we've got it all this week. We're doing it all. It's going to be awesome. I've been very excited to see that it looks like the base fossil stuff has been doing really well on the VOD channel. So that's cool to see. Shout out to the VOD channel viewers out there. Yo, we're almost at 10K on the VOD channel. Holy smokes. Yeah, look at that. I can't believe it. 9.99 thousand subscribers. Who's going to be the 10,000th? But, yes. Shout out to all the VOD channel viewers out there. Thank you for supporting the channel and watching the streams on YouTube. But yeah, the base fossil stream that Hunter and I did, it's got 5,500 views. That's awesome. The GLC Conquest that JD and I did got 6,000 views. It's awesome. That's really good. And then Standard, almost 8,000 views. So that's great stuff. Very, very thrilled about that. The tabletop stuff always does really well on the VOD channel, which is funny. Yeah, the tabletop stuff is I think some of the most popular VOD videos. So that makes me really happy to produce the tabletop content because people seem to really like it on the VOD channel. So that's great. Am I going to watch Party Worlds? I think I will. I think so. Tentatively, yes. I think. So that is the game plan as of right now. But things are always subject to change, so we'll see. But right now, planning on doing it. For those of you guys that don't already know, remember, we've got the huge base fossil tournament coming up in Milwaukee in August. So if you are interested at all in attending base fossil tournaments in Milwaukee, you're going to want to sign up for that. There are only, I think, 8 spots remaining for the base fossil tournaments happening in Milwaukee. So definitely make sure to scope that out if you have not already. I'm going to be streaming the base fossil tournaments. And I think I was told by the shop owner, okay, there are only 8 spots remaining for the base fossil tournament. That means that there are 56 registered players, including 3-time world champion Jason Klaczynski, for the base fossil event on Saturday, August 10th. 56 players, folks. This is going to be the largest base fossil tournament that has happened probably since the 90s, right? Since literally 1999. This is probably going to be one of the largest base fossil tournaments that's happened since then, right? I have to imagine there's 56 players signed up. Like, dude. 61 players signed up. There are only 7 spots remaining. The 68 registrations. We got Jake Gearhartz. Cole's one of our locals. Adam Vernola. I know him. Longtime player. Very cool. Isaiah Cheville. I know him. And Jason Klaczynski, 3-time world champion, is signed up. Very hype, very hype. Yes, there are only... I know him. There are only 7 spots left. So you're definitely going to want to make sure to check that out. If that's something that you're interested in. Yeah, and I'm going to be streaming it. So I'm very thrilled about that. We're going to be sharing it with the whole world. And, you know, it's a big cash tournament for base fossil formats. So I cannot wait for that. That is going to be extremely hype. All right, for those of you guys that haven't seen, y'all ever seen Stefan Ivanov's Twitter threads on expanded decks? Okay. Stefan Ivanhoff is a huge expanded fan. He loves expanded format. He's also won 2 international championships in standard, so kind of a big deal. But yeah, Stefan is out there and is one of the lone soldiers still pumping out the expanded propaganda. There's not a lot of people out here doing that, okay? But Stefan is one of the few people that is out here doing it. And expanded, for the most part, expanded is kind of a dead format. Like, there's no tournaments held for it. There's not really a lot of events. It's not supported in any kind of way. So there's not really a lot of expanded content. So really, like, the most expanded content that there is Stefan's Twitter threads. Like, this is, I mean, like, unironically, like, some of the biggest expanded content that there is Stefan's Twitter threads. So, like, if you're interested at all in expanded format, Stefan, like, once a week will post about, here we go, expanded deck of the week number 10. We've got a Palafin Wobbuffet deck, so you can use Wobbuffet's Bide Barricade to evolve straight into Palafin. You've got a Lugia deck he said he played at an expanded event. And Lugia should just be like the BDIF, right? This week I finally covered the second most popular deck, in the format. You've got Lugia, right? I mean, it does look incredibly toxic, I have to say. Like, I'm not totally sold on expanded being a good playable format, but I'm at least interested. I am somewhat interested. I do love alternative formats. And, oh yeah, the link tree, here we go. Reggie Drago V-Star. Right? And there's just like all these different things that you can do, and everything's so broken and all of that, right? So it's kind of fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll build expand. Good God. Should I build expanded? I mean, expanded is unplayable on TCG Live, right? So that's kind of fun. If I were to build expanded, That's kind of what I'm thinking, Natalie. Might be some funny summer tabletop content. Like, what if we built Expanded? That's what I'm saying. What the heck else am I doing? Like, we could probably build a lot of these, and then I could bring somebody in to play, to play Expanded. Am I gonna get Stefan to come down and play? Stefan lives in like France. Do you think I'm gonna fly Stefan out? That's what you think. That's what you get. This is your guys' great idea. You're gonna, oh yeah, just fly Stefan out for some Expanded tabletop. Sure, Tricky Jim. You're just rolling in the dough, aren't you? Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'll just pop him on. Yeah, he's from France, guys. I'm in Akron, Ohio. Yes. Okay. That'd be extremely hype, but that's probably not super realistic for me. All right. If I'm being honest. The Serena deck, this deck looks kind of funny. Charizard Intellion? So broken. Sheesh. They should just legalize Hexmaniac again, honestly. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, I wasn't really, I'm kidding with that, by the way. Hexmaniac would be so broken. Mew would just be the best deck. God, if you could just hex every single turn. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't terribly interested in Expanded format where Lugia just looks like it's the BDIF, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I lived through Rainbow Lugia once. Why do I have to go back and live through Rainbow Lugia again? But then when Stefan told me I could play double Turbo Mew or actually double colorless Mew, Ben Moore says, if I hosted an Expanded 1K in the new space, Stefan would fly himself out. It's true. That's true, it's true. But the fact that I can maybe play Mew VMAX, worth thinking about. Thank you, Brady, for the sub and the 60 months. 60 months. Appreciate you, Brady. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll build silly Expanded decks. I'll build some silly Expanded decks, play it one time, and be like, yeah, I think I'm good. I'm going to, turn one donk somebody with Lugia and be like, dang, that was sick, huh? But anyways, Stefan has successfully at least gotten me somewhat interested, so I got to hand it to him, right? The VOD channel would eat with the Expanded. I'm sure it would. There's not a lot of YouTube content out there on Expanded format, though apparently Pablo just released a video on Expanded. Ultimate Guide to Expanded. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, 2 days ago. That's pretty cool. Anyways, that's what I got going on. Thank you, Quentin, for those 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Quentin Carlier, for the 5 gifteds. Let's get some hype going for Quentin in the chat. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. And welcome new subs to the channel. Thank you, Quentin. We've got some brand new cards to talk about. I don't think it's anything crazy, but we'll take a look at them. We did show off the Crabominable. We showed off the new Zeraora last time. The new Reboot Art Rare is incredible. I mean, just look at the artwork on this thing. Absolutely phenomenal. Love that. Raboot, easily the coolest Pokemon in this line. I mean, it's like crazy. You know, Scorbunny's aight. Raboot, clearly the coolest. Cinderace, kind of goofy. All right, so Raboot getting its own... Raboot getting its own art rare is certainly very cool. Terra Sylveon was leaked. Maybe so. A Cinderace EX Flare Strike, 280 damage. All right, cool. Yo? All right, let's see. This looks like an official leak. This is not even like a... Okay, this isn't even shady. This is like straight up. It was... All right, there it is. Okay, what do we got going on here? This is based off translations from multiple people. I think is correct for now. 270 hit points. Evolves from Eevee. Magic Charm. 160 damage during your opponent's next turn. It takes 100 less damage. And then the second attack. Angel Light. Choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Your opponent shuffles those Pokemon and all cards attached to them into their deck. And you can't use Angel Light again next turn. Huh. That's crazy. And then who is this? Ceruledge? Dang, that's crazy. Psychic Lightning, Water. Yo, what's the little Tonka truck over here? What's that? 160 damage and 100 less. I mean, what we got? Like a new Goodra, a new worse Goodra. The first attack is 30 plus 20 for each energy in the discard pile. Oh, is that what Ceruledge is? That's cool. Cool. Anybody know what the Tonka truck does? Or what about this thing? The canister? That's hype. All right, so Sylveon. Choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Your opponent shuffles them back into the deck. Fascinating. Oh, and a Terra Ball. Yeah, that does look like a Terra Ball, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. These guys are coming out in decks soon. This doesn't seem terribly broken. Choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. All right, so like you just shuffle them back into the deck too. I mean, that's powerful. You can't do it back-to-back turns, right? And like the energy cost is crazy, right? The energy cost is certainly limiting. You have 3 different types of energy. And then you're also, like, keep in mind, you're not taking prize cards, right? So, like, you're disrupting, but then, like, what if your opponent just has, like, a strong attacker in the active? So you have to, like, you may even have to, like, gust something, right? But then what if your opponent just sets up 2 strong guys, right? So if your opponent only has, like, 2 strong guys in play, right? Boss a Goober. Yeah. But you're assuming your opponent's going to put Goobers down against your Sylveon deck. As soon as your opponent's like, yeah, I'm playing the Sylveon deck, you're like, all right, time to not put any Goobers into play, right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to go no Goobers here. We're going straight attackers. It's like the same thing you would do versus any other control deck, right? Like, if you are up against Block Snorlax, are you going to put Goobers into play? No. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to have just good guys, right? So it's the same way. You're not going to, like, just flood your bench with idiots and let your opponent gust them up and remove your good guys. Like, you don't want to do that. Maybe it would play Flute. I mean, right. What I'm saying is it's not going to be as broken as maybe you think it is in your head, right? Like, maybe it could even be powerful, but it's certainly not broken. It's probably fine. You could play the Flute. That's a good point. You could play the Flute to force guys out. But then still, like, it seems like a lot of energy investment to, like, you're not doing, like, what are you doing? Like, how are you winning? You can't bench your opponent out like this, right? So, like, how are you winning, right? You're playing for the pure joy of tossing 2 fully loaded Charizards back into the deck. Sure. Tossing 2 Archeops back into the deck. All right, that's hilarious. Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah, two Archeops back in the deck. All right. That's funny. Sure. But then again, you know, like if the Lugia player could load enough energy into play first that it doesn't matter. Unfair stamp and then do it. And then you're doing 160 damage. And then I guess you're just back to using Magic Charm. Okay, I guess if you like limit the hand, you're going to be playing like counter catchers. You're going to be playing counter catchers. You're going to be playing Unfair Stamp. You're going to be playing Hand Disruption, right? And then you want to like Hand Disrupt, counter catcher a Goober, and then put the guys back in the deck. And then you're just going to go back to using Magic Charm, right? And you take 100 less damage when you use Magic Charm. All right, this card actually seems pretty good. All right, I've come around. Right? It's because of the counter catcher, because of the fact that the attack is not terrible. 160 and take 100 less, like that's certainly pretty disruptive, right? Yeah, and not to mention, you know, this is just one of the Terra Eevees. We have no idea what the other Terra Eevees are going to look like. All right. Okay. All right, I'm on board. This seems kind of filthy. Sure. That's kind of hype. All right, so Sylveon seems kind of broken. Sylveon seems kind of broken in an extremely balanced and fun way. Kind of broken in a very balanced way. Yeah. Concern says I'm on my copium that Leafeon EX is going to be busted. Listen, we don't need another Leafeon EX. Leafeon VMAX was already playable, all right? Spread some love. Yeah, we need, like, Glaceon to be decent. Leafeon VMAX was already, like, the best one. Well, I guess Jolteon VMAX was probably... Yeah, we need, like, a Flareon that's not terrible. But everybody has their favorites. Espeon, historically, of all the evolutions, like, who has the best cards historically? Let's see. There's Jolteon VMAX. Jolteon GX was good. This one was like somewhat played. Jolteon Star was good. Jolteon EX was good. All right, there's some pretty hype Jolteons, actually. I think it's probably Espeon has the most playables. The VMAX was like very situationally used. Espeon and Deoxys Tag Team GX was broken. Espeon GX was like a top deck during the Sun and Moon time. Espeon EX, capital EX was quite good. Espeon EX, lowercase EX was quite good as well. Umbreon. And Umbreon VMAX was pretty good. Umbreon and Darkrai GX was pretty good. There are some players who say that Umbreon GX was good in 2017 NAIC format. Some players say this. I did not have it in my Zoroark deck, but some players do play Umbreon GX in their Zoroark deck. Maybe I was tripping. I think maybe that card ought to have been played there. Umbreon EX. Dang, all of these EX. Maybe they're bringing back like the EX. Like the evolutions. You guys know Jimmy Ballard. Let's go to Jimmy Ballard. Got second place at the World Championships in 2006 with his Evolutions deck. You guys think they're bringing back Evolutions? Like, look at this. Look at this deck. You got Flareon EX, Umbreon EX, Espeon EX, Vaporeon EX, and Jolteon EX. You literally got all of them in the same deck. Isn't that crazy? Maybe we're going back to something like this. There's even Pidgeot is legal now. Yeah, all we need after that is quick search Pidgeot. That's what I'm saying. All right. We've already got quick search Pidgeot. We've got luminous energy. Right. It could happen. They're going back to 06. That's crazy. I guess in the grand scheme of things, Leafeon has been pretty bad, though. Yeah, if we think about Leafeon, right? I mean, like, the VMAX was pretty good, but outside of the VMAX, Leafeon V was a good card. But yeah, outside of that, just, like, pretty... I think, was Leafeon level X any good? Sylveon... Guardian Sylveon Tag Team GX was good. And so is Sylveon GX. Glaceon. I'm pretty sure Glaceon has never had a good card. Except if you ask my friend Otto, who doesn't respond to my texts anymore. He top 8'd a regional once with Glaceon GX, so. And that may be the best performance ever with Glaceon GX. I don't know. I'm just saying. It might be 6th place, Charlotte Regional Championships. That might be the best a Glaceon has ever performed ever. You know, don't quote me on that, but it could be. Vaporeon? Dude, have all Vaporeons always been bad? Wow. Why are they all so bad? But Vaporeon is so cool. Yeah, Vaporeon... Isn't Vaporeon the best one in VGC? Like, in the video game, Vaporeon's just the best one, right? Umbreon's the best one? Ah. Dang, I don't know anything. New things, cool. Very nice. Japanese accessories that all look gorgeous with their custom artwork, things that we never get in the United States because we just get Ultra Pro clip art, just, you know, plastered on things. That's fine. All right, here we go. Togedemaru, shocking chance, 30 damage if your opponent has exactly one prize remaining. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not paralyzed. And no, too situational. And then Drifblim. Drifblim has this attack, Everyone Explode Now. It does 50 damage for each Drifloon and Drifblim you have in play. And the attack also does 30 damage to each of your Drifloon and Drifblim in play. This doesn't seem very good, right? I was thinking about it. Like, maybe if you had Transform Zoroark, right? Like, yeah, if you had Transform Zoroark, like Phantom Transformation Zoroark, but there's no way to, like, cheat these guys out without that. Right, like if you had Zoroark, then you could Phantom Transformation into your Drifblims, and then you could have your Drifloons on the bench. And then you could have 6 of them in play, and then you could do 300 damage, right? Like, that would be cool. Can you use Reuniclus? Man. Oh, I guess you could use... Yeah, you got to use Hypno, bro. Yes, searching for 2-stage Pokemon. Put the money. Yeah, see, so all right. First, we got to evolve Drowsy into Hypno. Then we got to use Psycall. Then we got to have them never knock our guys out. Yeah, no, that's terrible. Reuniclus. Look at the top 8 cards of your deck. Any number of Pokemon you find there on your bench. Nope. Yeah, no. It's just this card desperately needs, like, it just needs another way to have Pokemon in play, right? To have stage 1s in play. It needs a way to have more Drifblims in play without having them evolve from Drifloon, right? So that you can have 6. But that doesn't really exist right now. Like, obviously, Drifloon is a good attacker, the one that goes in Guardy decks, but, like, I guess is the idea... Yeah, thank you. Brandon Alaskan Hero with the tier 3 sub. Appreciate you. Thank you. The 68 months. Thanks for the continued support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I guess you could just do this. You just evolve into Drifblim and you go swing for 200 and you do 30 damage to your guys. But then if you get 6 damage counters on it, then you're still only doing 180 damage. Like, that's not a lot. Right? Like, even if you just swing twice and you get 180 on these things, it's just like, that's not really... It's not really a lot of damage. Yeah, Hero's Cape. Aren't you just better off playing Guardy, though? Yeah, if you're going to use the Cape, why don't you just use Guardy? Like, is Guardy not just better? Guardy's a 2-prizer? You just said Luxurious Cape. Luxurious Cape turns it into a 2-prizer. That's what you just said. You just said Luxurious Cape. Luxurious Cape makes this guy give up 2 prizes. I think Guardy is just better, right? Yes, I think so. So, yeah. I don't know. I think this card would be cool if there was Phantom Transformation Zork. And how many times have I said that? Right? Where like this stage 1 Pokemon would be really sick if there was Phantom Transformation Zork. Phantom Transformation Zork was, man, it was robbed. Printed during the wrong era, man. It was. Printed during the wrong time. And then we got Lileep, the art rare Lileep. This art is, A, the art is awesome. But B, this human here just has the Lileep like in a cage, like in a tank. Is that just like, is that kosher? I guess so. You keep Pokemon cooped up in Pokeballs all day. I suppose like keeping the Lileep in like a tank is probably like less messed up than keeping it in a Pokeball. It's a terrarium. Yeah. Either way, it's like you have the Lileep on display in your house, but I guess it's kind of like a plant, right? But it's like alive. But how sentient is the Lileep? You know what I mean? These are, so like I'm getting in. Like, how sentient is it, you know? Like, I know plants are alive. I'm asking how sentient it is. Like, how smart is Lileep? But then you start getting into like do Pokemon like being in Pokeballs? Are some Pokemon more sentient than others? That's what I'm getting at. It's sentient enough to perform an attack when you say it. Right? According to the lore, they like Pokeballs. Yeah, they have to say that. The Pokemon Company has to say that. Yeah. That's just propaganda, all right? Wild Pokemon attack you because they're jealous of the Pokemon you have? I guess, all right, I'm going to say the terrarium is probably nicer than a Pokeball, so. But you start getting into some really strange kind of lore questions when you start asking questions. But I'm just asking questions. Mucus Buffet. Why? Why is it Mucus Buffet? Why is there a buffet of mucus? Who is eating the mucus buffet? Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, choose burned, confused, or poisoned. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by the special condition. All right, so you flip a coin. If heads, special condition. Cool. Marshy wins. 100 damage for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. That's fun. Cool. Then you got the Root Fossil, which makes it so your opponent's active Pokemon's basic Pokemon costs 1 colorless more. Neato! All right, who's ready for the best game ever made? Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Pig Chef, I see that you're here. Hello, Pig Cheffer. For those of you guys that weren't here early on in the stream, I'm going to be going on vacation next week, so I'm not going to be streaming or creating content next week, as I am going to be visiting with my family, and I'm going to be hanging out on the beach. So very excited about that. But this week we've got an action-packed week full of tabletop content. Today we're playing Glorious TCG Live, but tomorrow I've got a best of 7 Gym Leader Challenge Conquest planned with Craig. And then on Wednesday, I've got Heather coming in Wednesday morning for a... there's a gold rescue board since when? For a Neopets stream. So Heather and I are going to be busting out the Neopets decks again. We've updated them, made them stronger, and are ready to show them off. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I've got Joe coming in for some standard Shrouded Fable tabletop testing. So Pig Chef, my plan is to have some United Wings tabletop for you to edit by Thursday. So that is the dream. So Thursday, United Wings tabletop, that's what I'm trying to get out of that. But maybe if I'm lucky, I get 2 sets that are like really worth editing. So you may have 2 sets worth of work. But I will not let Joe leave until we get a usable United Wings set. All right. I'll force him to grind games with me until then. So this Thursday, we should definitely have some content for you to edit. For standard, because I got to get that. I got to get that Shrouded Fable content out. So I'm probably going to try and work on the poison stuff too. I'm probably going to try and get a bunch of stuff out of that tabletop stream to produce, because I've had a couple of Shrouded Fable tabletop streams so far, and I felt like the first few Shrouded Fable tabletop streams have just been kind of like learning and tweaking the decks, but now I feel like I'm kind of like, I know exactly what I want, I believe. What are we working on? We're working on Toadscruel? Oh yeah, Toadscruel is broken. Let's do that. I think we've got the perfect Toadscruel deck. Hello, Zapdos Melee. How do you find where, when, how to register for events this season? You can find them on Pokemon.com if you go to the event locator. Oh, there's no more sale. The sale is over. Why are we getting the sale? Nightbot. Cut that out, Nightbot. There's no more sale. The sale is over. But huge thank you to everybody who picked something up during the sale. Appreciate that. I don't even see the sale thing anymore on Nightbot. So really, I don't know where that came from. Thank you, Brandon. Go Cleffa. Let's go. Looks like I'm up against some sort of grassy Ogerpon deck. It is a Regidrago V-Star deck. Now, I've got a pretty strong opening hand. Got a pretty strong opening hand with a couple of research and a jamming tower. We've got an Ogerpon, Toadscruel as well. Regidrago is one of those decks that gets a huge boost from Shrouded Fable because we've got some exciting new dragons on the way. Thank you, Manderson, for that Prime sub in the 55 months. Is the copy of an attack an effect of an attack? No. Could you tell me the situation that you're trying to ask about? But I think no. Like, if something prevents all effects of an attack, that attack can still be copied, if that's what you're asking. Oh, my opponent's got Giratina V-Star. They're putting into the discard pile. And Fire Energy to the Regidrago. I mean, that's a very solid start. Thankfully, I don't need to worry about the new Kyurem yet. So I don't need to put my mana fee down. But after Shrouded Fable comes out, you will have to worry about that. So you would have to play that. Bench Ogerpon, bench Toadscruel. He's so cool. And then we'll bench another Toadscruel. Slime Mold Colony just completely blocks Regidrago V-Star's V-Star power. That's crazy. But I imagine that they'll probably use their V-Star power turn 2, so that is unfortunate. And then we'll just research. We've got... Yeah, so like if they don't fire off their V-Star power, we've got the Toadscruel that could stop them, which is kind of crazy, from doing their thing. Let's go Teal Dance. Yes, I would like the grass. Very good. And then let's go Bug Catching Sets. Don't mind if I do. And then we'll Teal Dance again. And I'm going to Ultra Ball away these. And do I want to get a third Ogerpon? I think we can get a third Ogerpon and just attach to the Toadscruel. It's fine. And then this is just like a really strong turn 1. The Cleffa kind of pulling everything together. And then next turn, if I can get an energy onto all 6 of my Pokemon, I can do Colony Rush for 6 times 4. Each your bench Pokemon. All right, excuse me. So if I get a Grass Energy onto all 5 of my bench Pokemon, then I'm doing 280 damage, which is just enough to knock out a Regidrago V-Star. So that is very good. The thing that would be tough is if they attacked with a Goodra or something, which decreases damage dealt. But we're going to hope that that does not happen. So Toadscruel prevents all effects of attacks to your Pokemon that have Grass Energy attached to them, which is great because that means that, if they attack with... Oh, they don't have it. This is crazy. I get to pretty much shut them down completely because I can evolve into the other Toadscruel. Then I can make it so that they can't. But do I even want to do that? I feel like I kind of need to. I was expecting them to take a knockout and clear bench space, but I need kind of 2 Toadscruel EX. So unfortunately, I think it's best to just kind of go in and start taking knockouts. So we're just going to do that. That's fine. And then Ultra Ball away this guy. And we can thin an Ogre Pawn out of the deck is fine. And research. Okay. And I've got 2 energy switch, which is quite good. So let's go Teal Dance. Teal Dance. Finding grass energy here is great. Teal Dance. And then we really want to find grass energy off this bug catching set. Yes, sir. Let's go. And I think I've used all my Teal Dance. We can go here. Retreat for free. Energy switch right here. And then right now I'm doing 240 damage. That's pretty broken. So we'll do that. I think I will energy switch one more there just to have it. And let's Colony Rush. That could have very easily been a turn 2, 280 damage if I needed it. I could have energy switched an energy onto the Cleffa. But there's no reason to do that. Right now, I don't think. I think we're all right. Now, they could come up with a Regidrago V-Star and maybe smack me with Giratina. I'd have to loss zone 2 energies in order to do that. But at this point, I should be able to go 2-4-6. I think I have enough juice to be able to do that. I do have to be careful with my energy switches. Make sure that I have enough of them to have my energy all over the board. They do finally have their Regidrago V-Star, and they'll probably use their V-Star power. Unfortunately, I do not have this guy in play. If I had this guy in play, I could use the Slime Mold Colony ability, which makes it so that they can't put any cards from the discard pile into their deck with the Legacy Star, right? Or any cards from the discard pile into their hand with the Legacy Star, which obviously would be insane. But since they weren't able to knock out my Cleffa, which I thought they would do, since they didn't knock out my Cleffa, they didn't clear a bench space for me, which means that if I had evolved this one into this one, and then they decided to knock out this guy this turn, then I wouldn't have a backup attacker. So, unfortunately, we were not able to evolve this guy, but this guy would be quite good against them. Also very good against Chen Pao Baxcalibur decks, as you're making it so that your opponent can't use superior energy retrieval. It's just kind of a useful option to have. Like, if we're playing the Toadscruel deck, we might as well have this guy coming along. You might as well. Yeah. You're also stopping Pokestop. That's true, right? Because Pokestop discards the cards first and then brings them to hand. So we do shut that down. Now my opponent, they've only got 10 cards left in deck and they haven't really done anything yet. So that's kind of shocking to me. They do need an energy switch, and there it is. And finally, their Regidrago V-Star is powered up. And here he comes. Apex Dragon. I imagine it's going to be Giratina V-Star. Yep. 280 damage with a copied Lost Impact. Impact. And my Toadscruel goes down. Cool. They have to Lost Zone 2 energy. And then I'm going to come right back up and smack this Regidrago. No problem. We'll go Cleffa. And it's going to be Nest Ball for a Mew at this point. And then the game winner is going to be like the Teal Dance. Yeah, the game winner is the Weird Ear. Yep. There he is. Beautiful Weird Ear. Energy switch. There we go. Come on. Come on, game. Come on now. Iono. And then... all right, it's a pretty good situation. We can go Bug Catching Set. Get another Grass Energy. Just get another Grass Energy into play. Teal Dance. And we can Bug Catching Set again. And get... I actually don't want that Toadscruel because I want to be able to play my hand down if I can to draw cards. Oh, but I also have the Nest Ball for Weird Ear already. Yeah, Weird Ear. Hilarious. Weird Ear triggers when it switches into the active, not when it gets played from the hand. So the Nest Ball will do it. And then we retreat into Toadscruel and give him the old colon rush for 280 damage. And that Regidrago is a goner. We'll take our 2 prizes. The Mew is on board, which is wonderful. If we get our hand disrupted, we can use Restart to draw more cards. And then we'll see if my opponent can respond to this Toadscruel. Weird Ear does 40 damage for each energy attached to it. And when it moves from the bench to the active spots, you can move all energy from play to it. So, say the Toadscruel goes down, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4, that is 280 damage. So, I already have all of the energy I need in play in order to take a huge one-hit KO with Weird Ear. And Mew EX also just jives really well with the Weird Ear, since Weird Ear's ability triggers when it moves from the bench to the active spot. Mew EX also has free retreat. So my opponent had to research into the bottom of the deck so that they could get the last energy switch. Do they have it? Or are they 1 energy short? Do they have it? They do. The Celestial Storm energy switch. But I do not think that they have enough gas in the tank. Look at all that. No gas in your tank. I mean, they absolutely have to. They have to knock it out. They have to go Lost Impact for sure. But I guess they can Lost Impact this Grass Energy here and a Grass Energy there, and then they just say, like, okay, hopefully... Oh, what did you do there? Oh, you shouldn't have done that! What did you do? What was that? They tried to Dragapult. Yes. They tried to Dragapult, but my ability stops everybody that has grass attached. They tried to Phantom Dive. Hilarious. All right. Fat dub in the books. No, they were trying to set up for the 4 prize turn. Something like that. I don't know what they were trying to do, honestly, because I would have just knocked out. I had knockout on board. So I don't know. What do we do about Radiant Charizard in this deck? Is there anything to be done? I think we just lose to Radzard, right? Oh, we play a Legacy Energy. That's right. That's crazy. Looks like I'm up against Chen-Pao Baxcalibur. They're going first. And I'm hoping that they don't hit me with a turn 2 Radiant Greninja, because right now I do not have a way to search out my Manaphy, so that could be bad. But we'll see what we find. I do have a Teal Mask Ogre Pawn, and I can draw a card that way. I've got 2 energy as well. So let's thin first. Yes, sir. That's good. We got a Toadscruel and a Grass Energy. That's fine. And then we're hoping to find like a supporter or something. That'd be great. Nope. Okay. Toadscruel down. Legacy Energy to Toadscruel. Jamming Tower out. And Grasping Draw. Thank you, Zapaza, for that sub. I appreciate it. We did find Iono, so hopefully they don't knock out my Toadscruel. That would be great. They do have Irida, which will give them quite a bit of flexibility. I imagine that they're going to use the Nest Ball to go get Radiant Greninja. And they have Shivery Chill, so then all they really need to do is have Rare Candy in the hand, and they go, Rare Candy, Baxcalibur. Now, I could still, if they knock out my Toadscruel this turn, I could still win. I do have the Toadscruel that makes it so they can't play Superiors, which is pretty good. I do think that I'm probably getting wrecked here. Thankfully, they're not taking a prize on that Toadscruel, though. That's kind of cool. All right, as far as, things go. It's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're taken, too. Okay, great. But only taking 1, actually, because of my awesome Legacy Energy. So, that's okay. Toadscruel down. And then love that trigger. Yeah, that looked great. Just the double flash. Okay, sure. And let's go Super Rod. We're going to put these guys back in. And then Bug Catching Sets. And we'll go Toadscruel. We'll go Teal Dance. Another Toadscruel. Grass. Iono. Definitely going to need a Nest Ball or something. Tough. No Nest Ball yet. Teal Dance. Huh. I guess I could just knock it out. That's fine. Let's just do that. So we'll go energy switch there. Bench that. And we'll do our 150, which is fine. We'll take it. We are probably going to get destroyed by that Chen-Pao, but then I get to Iono again. And Now I do have 3 Toadscruel in play, so they can't necessarily knock them all out. Oh, this is the Dunsparce version. Huh. I am not necessarily sold on the Dunsparce version of Chen Pao, but I did see that it did well at a tournament, I think, in Malaysia. That is fun. I understand it, though, because the Bibarel does become kind of a liability as it gets stuck, specifically by Gardevoir decks. So I suppose if that's the justification, then it makes sense. Because the Bibarel just gets stuck by Gardevoir, right? So Dunsparce has free retreat, and to Dunsparce, when you use the ability, it removes itself from play. All right, so they knock that out. They're going to go to 3 prizes remaining, which is fine. I'm going to send up Toadscruel, and we're going to hope for some really powerful draws here. Let's go Teal Dance. And then Iono. And we don't have a lot. Okay. But I did find the Toadscruel, which is great. So we can do that. We can do that. I think I'm just assuming I'm not attacking this turn, which is fine. And we'll restart. Yeah, not attacking this turn. That's fine. We'll get there next turn, folks. Next turn. Next turn. I could have kicked. Not worth it. Now, they cannot use Pokestop or Superior Energy Retrieval, so we're hoping that that's enough to slow them down. But they've only got 5 energy in the discard pile, and they haven't really used any rods yet, so they could certainly just use Super Rod to put the energy back into the deck, right? Oh, the Prime Catcher. This is ugly. I wonder if they're just going to take down my Toadscruel. Yeah, oh yeah, they did not like that, huh? Well, this is a little ugly. Baxcalibur too strong. I mean, really, this whole thing has changed if I'm just able to get a Manaphy out turn 1, though. But, you know, can't always get everything you want, unfortunately. They've got 2 prizes left. It's looking bad, but Manaphy, that's crazy. Okay. Teal Dance. Nest Ball. Teal Dance. Attach. Restart. Research. Toadscruel. Ultra Ball. I don't think I have enough to knock them out, do I? I'm feeling short. 200 damage. So much pain, bro. So much pain. They don't need a lot to win here. Really just a Superior and maybe a Rod. But that's okay. If I could at some point knock out Baxcalibur, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. They have no energy in deck. All right, come. You lose. You lose. GG's. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, see, this is why Bieberell's better. All right. This is why I should have played Bieberell. Right here. To Dunsparce. Okay. All right, I still might lose. They've got 2 Frigibacks out. This is bad. Okay. I think I just go Iono to 2 and knock out the Dunsparce. And then you have like no draw, so we'll just do that. Cool. Knock out the Dunsparce, and now you have like a 2-card hand. So we'll do that. Great. And then hope that you're kind of just stuck here. And this is where Bieberell is just better. I mean, Bieberell is better versus like everything except for maybe Guardy, right? Okay, we can take our 1 and Teal Dance. Ultra Ball. 8 cards left in deck. If I research, yeah, that's fine. Can research 1 card left. And just Colony Rush. And then so long as they don't win this next turn, I can Gust Chen-Pao for game. I got Energy Switch, so that means that I have a switch out guaranteed. If they somehow bring up my mana fee, it's fine. Uh-oh, they got Pokestop. Vessel and Capturing Aroma. Uh-oh. Capturing Aroma. Heads, get the Dunsparce. All right, no, never mind. The Dunsparce is better against Stall. That's true, but they got Luminion. What? They still need so much. Do they play Research? Dunsparce is better against Snorlax Stall. That is true. That C-Pal list plays 0 Ultra Ball? Wait, you're kidding. The 4 Seal Stone! Wait. I better not lose this, all right? I'm just saying. Whoa. I think we lose. That's it. You have it? Bro. You gotta be joking me. The kick. The kick. It all came down to the kick, huh? Embarrassing. We don't need to play that deck. Listen, that was a game. I almost won that game despite getting my only attacker knocked out turn 2 by a... Yeah. Listen, I still almost won that, all right? And they got the ninja. Yeah. It's fine. We weren't able to get Manaphy down. It's all good. Dang, bro. That's crazy, though. We got bodied for sure. Absolutely ruined. Oh, yeah, broken deck. See, here we have a Manaphy. No problem. Thank you, Peter, for that sub in the 42 months. Appreciate you, Peter. Thanks for the support. All right, I'm up against a Raging Bolt deck. And I've got a pretty good starting hand. I'm going second, so they'll have an opportunity to be the aggressor, which is tough. I do just barely miss one-hit KOs on these Raging Bolts, but I have Jamming Towers, so I can get them. The question's going to be if they have Gust on my Ogre Pawn or something, because I'm probably going to go Cleffa to start getting things going. I definitely want to be the first one to take a 2-prize knockout. That's what this is all going to come down to. I've got... All right, Bug Catching Set is a great top deck there. So let's Bug Catching Sets. We get 2 Grass Energy. And let's Teal Dance. And we get another Bug Catching Sets. Let's take just the Ogre Pawn. And I'll Teal Dance. We got an Ultra Ball. That's sick. Okay. So we go Nest Ball. And thankfully my Cleffa is in the deck, so that's great. Nest Ball for Ogre Pawn. We'll Teal Dance. Found another grass. Great. We're going Toadscruel. I kind of want to boss up this guy to like mess with him. I have to get rid of this grass, which is super annoying because I would love to just attach the grass to the Toadscruel. I think it's fine. We just don't boss. And say, all right. I would like to, but it's fine. We're going to go Cleffa. Grass here. Retreats. And Grasping Draw for 7 big ones. That feels pretty good. And then we hope that they don't gust up an Ogre Pawn. That would be bad if they're able to do that. We're hoping that they just have to attack the active. And I'm hoping that I can find a Jamming Tower. That would be great, so that I can turn off this. So I can turn off these tools. I guess there is always the option that I could just do 300 damage with my Weird Ear, but we probably want to save that for the end. Weird Ear could take this knockout if we have to. So could Mew EX, hilariously. If I like energy switched a whole bunch of energy onto Mew, I could Bellowing Thunder it. So we've got ways to take this knockout for sure. But I would much rather take the knockout with Toadscruel and a Jamming Tower. That's really what we want, for sure. That would be clutch. Okay, so they've got a fully loaded board. Raging Bolts, couple energy, good. Couple of Teal Mask, Ogre Pawn. Pair energy on each. And Bellowing Thunder, they're going to slay my little Cleffa. No, Cleffa, no. Hang in there. Okay, we're setting up Toadscruel. We'll see what happens. Super Rod. Not terribly needed yet. Mew feels good to just have and play. What's Nest Ball? Mew feels good to have and play, but I could also just get another Ogre Pawn and just say, like, I'm going to draw more. That's probably better. And then there's only one Jamming Tower in my deck, which is pretty terrible, actually. So maybe it is going to be Mew. And say, like, how many energy would I have to get rid of to do 290? 4, 5? Ugh. 5 is a lot, you know? But I do kind of like have the double energy switch. That's true. I can always just hit now, but then if they switch cart, that feels. But okay, yeah. I think we just find the Jamming Tower later. I like that. Yeah. We'll energy switch off of here, and energy switch off of here, and then Super Rod back in just the grass, and we're gonna go Iono. Okay. We've got... I need to find my Toadscruel. But I have a bug catching set, so that could help. Teal Dance. I got a research. Bug catching sets. Uh-oh. Teal Dance. Ultra Ball. Okay, we got there. So I am going to be able to swing with the Toadscruel EX, which seems like the most responsible thing to do. That seems fine. Do kind of need the boss. Because then if I like find... That's fine. Oh, the boss of the energy switch would be nuts, actually. Because that, what if I like... No, copying Radiant Greninja stinks. All right, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're going to go here. And we're going to Colony Rush for 280. So we're 10 damage short of the knockout, which feels so bad. I feel like I needed to save the boss because what if, like, if I find the jamming tower and then they promote Radiant Greninja, like, what do I do then? Right? So it's not a great situation for me. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate that. Because the Radiant Greninja is going to be a problem. They're just going to push that thing. So I'm going to need to Gust eventually. Yes, if they just cart into the other one, that would be insane. That would be huge. And they'd leave themselves at 250 damage. And then feed me the fresh one. Maybe we need to play the Bundler. Perhaps. This list plays 2 towers, but Max Belt is good. I mean, I could see Max Belt for sure. Do I still think Chen Pao is good? For sure. I think we need to boss up. I think I need to Weird Ear this turn. So we need to like boss up this guy. We need to boss up a 2-prizer and knock it out with Weird Ear. That's what we have to do. One, two, three, four, five. Five times 4. All right, let's see what we got. Come on. All right, I think that is a game loss. Yes, dang. Tough. It definitely feels like we kind of want counter catchers in here so that you can make some of those plays, like some of those kind of crazy plays that you need to make by targeting down exactly what you need to target down. The Legacy Energy maybe just isn't it. Maybe you need Max Belt. But we're playing Jamming Towers, though. So it's like, and we kind of have to play Jamming Towers. Why not just let it rip for the tower? So Sour Cream, if I let it rip for the tower, then they just promote Greninja, and then I take an odd prize, and then it doesn't matter, right? That's why it's like I had to, in order to potentially win the game. Do you see what I'm saying? If I play Research and I go for tower, I hit the tower. They promote Radiant Greninja, I knock out the Greninja. Then I still lose. Prime Catcher could be good. Yeah. Because then that can allow you to like make some of those comeback plays. And you could play the Bundler. I don't hate the Bundler. Bundler's nice. And then that's cool. Run it. Prime Catcher seems good. Bundler seems good. Yeah, Legacy Energy is kind of troll. And it doesn't matter. The thing is the Legacy Energy doesn't even matter in games where you, like, force them to knock out a Cleffa, right? So... I think that seems fine. We may end up needing more than 13 grass energy, but... It's not the strongest opening hand going first. Research, fire energy. Oh, lordy. What do we got going on? And of course, we got the Prime Catcher in the opening hand. Great. Oh, lordy. Okay, don't know what I'm up against. I saw fire energy, so I'm a little bit scared. But that's okay. We're just going to do this. And pass. And see what my opponent's got. And... you know, we're definitely scared of the fire energy. Does that mean they're playing, like, gouging fire or something? What could they possibly be playing with fire and grass energy? Oh, Regidrago. Yeah, I'm tripping. And researches, it's Drago. Yeah, duh. Okay, we're up against Regidrago V-Star. And we went first, so this is great. Because I know that they're not going to be threatening me turn 1. And I'm going to be able to evolve into Toadscruel turn 2. And if I can get my single prize Toadscruel evolved, I mean, that would be really, really neat. Got bug catching set. Wow, actually, just no. I've got 3 grass in the hand. Like, I don't want to take those. I want the other guys, you know? Oh my gosh, I don't want those either. I want the guys. Give me the guys. All right, this is fine. Attach here and just research. Man, this is brutal. It's fine. I was not given any guys. So I'm thinking that that's just terrible. It's really just terrible. All right, I kind of have to go get one of these. And then Teal Dance. And Teal Dance again. Okay. And then energy switch and restart for 1. I wouldn't even take a knockout on this, but yeah, that's fine. We're just going to energy switch, restart for 1, and retreat. Or not retreat, just hang out here and pass. Dang. I had so many dreams and aspirations of doing powerful things this turn. And then double bug catching sets and research. I bug catching setted into 3 Ultra Ball. And then I researched into 0. Yeah, that felt bad. Really would have liked to find my evolutions there. But the bug catching set was just pretty terrible there. So that was not great. Did not thoroughly enjoy that. Now my opponent can knock out 2 Toadscruel, which is also terrible. and puts them on a path to just win the game if they can just Dragapult me. And that's just what they're going to do. They've just got to get a fire and an energy switch off this. My hope is that I can Iono them, limit their hand, and maybe mount a comeback. But, oh, they're going to Iono. They're not even guaranteeing themselves. They didn't want to guarantee it. If they went fire energy switch, they would have guaranteed it. But now they need to like rip all of that off of a Iono. They don't have any single prizers in play either, so oh, they missed the fire energy. Let's freaking go. All right. We're chilling now. We're huge chilling. Energy switch off here. Ultra Ball away those. And we're getting the Scruel. Finally, I have a Scruel. And then I'm just drawing cards. Here we go. Research. I got Scruels. Lots of Scruels. Okay, bug catching sets. Wonderful. And now we're able to do the stuff that we need to do in order to do 280 damage. Wonderful. Teal Dance. I Teal Dance some more. And then we attach return to the wonderful Mew EX and give him the old colon rush for 280 damage. That's great. Great stuff. Love that. We're all set up. We took the 2 prizes. I'm feeling pretty unstoppable now. We've got the board state we dream of. This is everything I ever wanted. 3 Scruels. They all got energy on them. Mew in play. You're bodied for sure. Iono in hand. At best, they can attach fire energy. They don't really have... Okay, they've got... I was going to say, they don't have anybody yet who can one-hit KO me, but they just discarded the Raging Bolt EX. So that will get it done. And allow them to take that huge one-hit KO. But they're going to have to discard a lot of energy in order to do that. Cleffa. Did they not recover? Maybe they prized their last fire. Did they have a fire? Did they get the fire with the vessel? They have 2 fire in the discard pile, and they didn't get one back, so... They could, like, run out of fire energy this game. And I think that they legitimately have to find Super Rod in order to attack. I think that they're... But they, like, chose not to get the fire energy back with their V-Star power. So I think they kind of just lose. Ah, here's the spear. Never mind. Never mind. Forgot about that. Yeah, Superior. It's good. Good card. They got fire energy now. They still lose because they took the first 2 prizes, and I'm not going to miss. So, pretty sure they still lose. But that's fine. I do wonder who they're going to copy. They're going to do Goodra, huh? Okay. I was thinking that they would do Goodra. But unfortunately for them, I've got Prime Catcher in my hand. So that is going to do nothing. So just go Prime Catcher and then, yeah. Prime Catcher this guy. And Energy Switch. Iono. Thank you, the Jedi Medic, for that sub in the 4 months. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks for the support. Okay, let's Teal Dance. And we've got the nest ball for Weird Ear right here, so I could do like just loads of damage if I need to close the game out. I'm going to bring up this one and Colony Rush for 280. And even if they hit me with the Goodra again, I can still bring up Weird Ear and just do a ton of damage. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 right now. So 7 times 4 is 280. With Weird Ear, I could do 2 more energy, and then I would be one-hit KOing a Regidrago through the Goodra attack, right? Because it makes it take 80 less damage. So I would just need 2 more energy in play, and I could one-hit KO with Weird Ear, even if they decide to Goodra again, which would be pretty hype. So we'll see what they go for, though. I do like the idea of having the bundler in the deck. That feels quite good. They just got to go for Apex Dragon. All right, what do we got? $280. They are going to attack with the Raging Bolts. And that is game, I believe. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. All I need is, well, that certainly makes things very easy. Boss's Orders and Colony Rush for 240 damage in game. GG's. Sick. Let's go. Was I not just counting energy on my bench, Batman photo? I was pretty sure I was counting energy on my bench. Pretty sure. All right. I'm going to be back with some more TCG Live gameplay in just a moment. I'm going to take a quick break. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to check out fullgripgames.com in the meantime. I'll be right back. thank you for the patience. I'm back and ready to roll. Are we just toading? Maybe we're toading. You know, it's that funny time in the formats where it's like, okay, we have this. I guess, you know, people are definitely playing like League Cups, League Challenges in current standard, but the World Championships takes place in the Shrouded Fable format, so there's going to be some new decks and new things popping up, new interactions, all of that. And it's kind of like the Shrouded Fable waiting room these days. And, you know, there's only one format you can play on TCG Live, so that is the way it is. All right, it's a very medium opening hand. I'm up against a control deck, huh? Okay. Looks like I'm up against Block Snorlax with the Toadscruel deck. And I really don't want the Bundle or the Cleffa to make their way into the active spot, so I will gladly Ultra Ball those away. Seems fine. And I think that we've got Weirdeer, right, is like a good card. Can one-hit KO things. That's good. I mean, but really just Ogerpon can kind of one-hit KO everything. And then if we have to knock out the other guy, like, you know, we can just Toadscruel him, so that's fine. We'll do that. We'll Teal Dance. I think we just start loading up like the world's biggest Ogerpon. We get an Ogerpon and we get a Toadscruel, and we kind of just go from there, I think. Okay. We'll do that. Pass. And then I have to get the single prize Toadscruel out, I think. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't flute me. Don't flute me. Who are you going to flute? Nobody. All right, fine. Another Ogerpon. Sure, whatever. I was very thankful we were able to get rid of the two like most problematic guys. Now I've got a Manaphy in my deck still, but that's fine. One Manaphy is not that bad. And I got the Charm on Snorlax. Sure. I'm going to start coming in pretty quick. Silene to put the flute back. That's fine. And they'll instant charge into it. And then I'm going to Iono those cards to the bottom of the deck. So that's kind of funny. Okay, let's Teal Dance. See what we can get into. There's the Manaphy. Very happy to put that on the bottom of the deck. That seems great. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15. 150 damage. Yeah, I just want to Iono. That's fine. We'll attach this here. And Iono would love to have that Manaphy on the bottom of the deck. And then I could be 20 short. It's just not worth it. Yeah. We'll Myriad Leaf Shower for 150. And then next turn, if I can find a Jamming Tower, then I could force another Pokemon up, which would be pretty cool. I don't plan on getting Toadscruel EX into play this game. I only have my Toadscruel down, I guess, in case they try to block me with a Mimikyu. Yeah, that guy, right? This thing's only here for that, right? And as you can see, all right, they've got the Mimikyu now. which is fine. I can still bundle, but I can only bundle once, which is kind of annoying. I do find Prime Catcher, though, which is pretty sick. Maybe I do want to get one Toadscruel EX into play. Maybe. Dealing with this Mimikyu is going to be really tough. For sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do about that. Mew EX is probably the easiest way to... Oh, I forgot about Mew EX. We just Mew EX. Yeah. Mew EX is the easiest way to deal with this. So we should just get Mew out. Yeah. That's right. We have Mew. I was like, why am I doing... Okay, we have Mew. That's right. That's cool. So we'll just do that. Teal Dance. We've got Boss for next turn. That's fine. We've got an energy switch as well, but I don't really want to evolve that yet. I don't even want to commit that energy yet. We'll just pass. And then I do have Baby Toad, yes. Not the bundler, dude. The bundler is fine. Dang it. The energy switch. The bundler is fine so long as they don't like gust it this turn, because I'll just use it. I'm actually kind of happy to have the bundler in play. Allows me to take a knockout around this Mimikyu. There's 2 Mimikyu. Okay. Real mature. This is great. So now I cannot bundle around. That's fine. We'll Teal Dance. Teal Dance again. A little worried that there's too many energy in play on those guys. All right, there's the Mew. So Mew is good. And then 6, that's enough to knock out the Rotom, so we're certainly going to do that. We got to get the bundle out of play. Have to. And then we're going to just load up the Mew. And then the Mew can start genome hacking this thing. The Toadscruel can evolve into a Toadscruel and just start attacking, so that's fine too. So they do that. We do this. And so I'm doing 210, which is a perfect amount. It's fine. They won't airy me again. No shots. Do that. Kind of worried about going too wide because I don't want my energy spread. Oh, this is terrible. You hit the Manaphy. I didn't even put the Manaphy into play, bro. What you want me to do about this? You just get to flute the Manaphy. And discard my energy switches. Just great. Just fantastic. Okay. This is pretty terrible. I have a boss, and I have Prime Catcher left, and 2 grass energy. It's not really enough energy in 1 energy switch. I feel like I'm bodied. My rod. is down as well. Yes, I'm definitely feeling bodied. Thank you, Chaos, for that sub in the 29 months. I should have gotten Mew out earlier. That was my fault for sure. But they don't have any draw now. I did knock out the Rotom. So they're kind of just passing. But I only have 2 more Gust cards. There's research. Okay. Discard hand. Does the other Toadscruel I feel like is just more likely to get stuck, so I'll probably just evolve into this guy. Put Jamming Tower into play, and we're going to research. Alright, that's pretty good. We've got Prime Catcher. So attach grass here. Oh yeah, you can't Prime Catcher because then then you're stuck. That's fine. All good. But that could be a waste of Prime. I should have waited till next turn. But I didn't want it to get airied. It's like, you're just... I didn't want it to get airied. Yeah. And we get invited. There's nothing to invite. Go fish. That's fine. And now we're bodied. Yes. So now... I have 1 grass and 1 energy switch left in the deck. But I don't think that I have enough resources to really be able to win the game, realistically. Especially with the Manaphy hits. Like, absolutely not. So I've got a boss. And I would need them to, like, never gust again, right? Which is just not a realistic ask. So we're probably ruined, but... Because all I'd have to do is counter catch up my Manaphy again, and I don't have a switch out for it. Now we can just do that. Ghost Eye, the damage counter's on. Mew does theoretically knock out all of their Pokemon right now, but all they have to do is gust my Manaphy one more time, and this game is over. So that should be a very easy ask. This deck plays a lot of counter catchers. And they've only played 1. They could even boss. But they do not have it yet. I don't even know if I have enough turns. Oh, I do, because I could Iono. Sure. They somehow don't have it. Maybe they don't gust again. Maybe. Arvin should do it. Okay, the counter catcher, and that's going to be GG's. Sad. Dang. All right. Well, I think I've learned more about this deck's control matchup. Don't get your Manaphy stuck. That's for sure. Don't do that. Getting Manaphy stuck, that's bad. So when your opponent goes to play Flute, take your Manaphy and eat it. Yes, eat it. It was never there in the first place. Simply digest the Manaphy. And then they'll never know. They'll never get to stick it. Because you will have eaten the Manaphy. Right. Kieran? Yeah, Kieran could be okay. Gets you up to 310. It's pretty good. You could play one Kieran. I think this deck probably has a fine control matchup. I should have just gone for Mew earlier. I don't know what I was thinking. You really just want to get Mew out and then just kind of play from there. All right, we're up against a Luminion V, and let's see what they've got going on. I can Teal Dance to get an energy into play. And we've got another Toadscruel, which is real cool. And I think, save the Ultra Ball, pass. See what they've got. And see what kind of deck I'm actually playing against. I don't know. I mean, this Luminion could be anything. Looks like I'm up against Charizard EX, and they've got turn 1 Arven, Buddy Buddy Poffin. They're setting up Charmander. Okay. If they don't move this Luminion out of the active, I'm going to feel real good about that, because it means that I'll be able to take 2 prizes first, which is great. They got Bidoof down, pair of Charmander, Pidgey, 4 Sealstone in hand. And that's a pretty strong start from them. I am just hoping that I can find all the energy I need in order to launch a decent attack turn 2. That would be great. We do have to worry about Radiant Charizard in this matchup because, they can one-hit KO all my guys with that, so that is a little bit sketchy. But that's okay. Thank you, Unmay, for the sub and the 3 months. Appreciate you, Unmay. Thanks for the support. All right, they're really taking a long time to think about this pass, but there's the pass. And we are going in. I would love to knock out this Luminion, so let's see if we can do it. I think I'm going to go attached to Toadscruel. Ultra Ball away these. Gonna get the Toadscruel EX. And research for 7. And we're saying, alrighty. Well, let's do it. That is not anywhere near what we need in order to take this knockout, but let's see. Teal Dance. Teal Dance. Uh-oh. That's okay. We're going to be passing. Okay. Nothing. No bug catching sets. Next turn's going to be big, trust. They might not even... I am convinced my opponent's AFK, though, so... We are stopping for Sealstone. It's true. However, I think they are AFK. So... it's more like whatever task they had outside of playing this game is really being effective at preventing them from playing. Yes, the client strikes again. So true. But look at how cracked it would have been. We would have done so much damage. Wowee. Whoa. Look at all that. Okay. It's a free dub. You know, that's fine. We can work with that. I'm really excited about the tabletop streams we got coming up this week. Gym Leader Challenge should be a lot of fun tomorrow. And then Neopets and Standard, Shrouded Fable Standard on Thursday, Neopets on Wednesday. Should be a great time. I am considering planning an expanded day after I get back from vacation, so maybe I'll plan an expanded day. Pro Neopet streamer? Potentially so. Potentially so. Yeah, Neopets is kind of sick, honestly. As far as like just the vibe of playing Neopets is so cool because it's like you get to do so many tactile things. You're like playing with your cards, you've got some dice. It's like it's clicking all the boxes of like getting to play a tactile game. You get the rush of playing dice, you get the rush of flicking the cards in your hand. And then one of the things that I really like about Neopets is that the turns don't last forever. It's like there's a really good volley back and forth. Whereas like in Pokemon, sometimes it just feels like you're waiting an eternity while your opponent plays a turn. And that's always been that's been one of the biggest problems with modern Pokemon, I'd say, is that you're just absolutely idled. You're absolutely idle during your opponent's turn, and your opponent's turns last forever. That's like... And old Pokemon didn't used to be that way. Old Pokemon turns used to just be pretty short and concise. But that's why it's one of my biggest critiques of like modern Pokemon, because modern Pokemon, the turns just last forever. And you can combo off, you can do so many things. And then, see, that's the misconception though, Lamberto, is that it's not like 2006, the turns were pretty short during 2006. That doesn't mean that the game is less complex. See, so Lamberto, kind of the perfect foil to what you just said is that chess is very complex, right? But chess doesn't have long turns. Long turns does not mean more complex, and it doesn't mean more complex gameplay. It just means more boring gameplay, because you're sitting there for longer doing nothing. So, like, in earlier Pokemon, you know, games could last over a dozen turns. But the turns were quick. In modern Pokemon, the game may only last 4 turns or 5 turns, and turns take forever. Because you just do a million things on every turn. What do you mean I don't like the 3-turn game? Here I am. Let's play some Miraidon. All right, I'm up against Gardevoir, and you think you got me with that turn 1 Klefki. Ha! No shots. I've got the Prime Catcher in hand, so we could just do that and bring up a Ralts, and now I can finally use my abilities, which would be great. I do think that I just want a Luminion for an Arven, and then we can Arven for Nest Ball and a Forest Seal Stone. Nest Ball and Forest. And then we go Nest Ball for the Don. Tandem units. And we go get these wonderful fellas there. And then we go Forest Seal Stone on Luminion and Star Alchemy to go get a generator. And look how much I'm doing on turn 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing a lot. I get 2 lightning energy. Wonderful. I'm going to go 2 energy onto my Iron Hands. And then I'm coming down here. And we're going to go turn 1 Arm Press. And then we're going to judge an amp. And we're just going to go like that. And see what happens. That's what we got. Yeah, Soda King, the thing is, I do like complex Pokemon with quick turn and long games, but that's just not standard. So it's like, I might as well just play the Degen deck, right? Because that's just what it is. So as far as like decks that, like playing decks on TCG Live, I'd rather play Miraidon because it's less grindy to play than like playing Lost Box or playing Guardy on TCG Live feels like so grindy, right? Because the client is laborious to play and like the animations are slow and you got to do a million deck searches. Like, as far as playing a deck on TCG Live, I'd rather play Miraidon over any other deck. And like, if the format's just going to be like that, I almost rather just play Miraidon in Standard regardless, just because I kind of like, you know, it just is. It's modern Pokemon anyway. Let's just go ham in the paint. You feel me? Oh yeah, we're cooking now. Look at this, just gorgeous game state here. So we're going to hit with Amp. I got a generator in hand. We're going to start building up a second one. And we're going to Arven. We're just getting these generators going. Probably some other tools. That's fine. Let's go generator. Whee! Whee! Look how much fun we're having. See, look how much fun we're having. Isn't this great? Oh, yeah. It's wonderful. I hear you, Brett. I hear you. And I think that the sentiment that you have against tabletop games, just that things take too long, that's a sentiment that's not just you. I mean, a lot of people have that, right? But for me, like Pokemon's not a game that's like fast enough. It's not fast enough where TCG Live doesn't make it like that much more digestible for me. I'd rather at least have like the atmosphere of cards and tables, I guess. The atmosphere matters more for me, I guess, if that makes any sense. I prefer tabletop pretty much everything. Yeah, live's like clunkiness and ugliness, really. It doesn't make the game more enjoyable for me in any kind of way. But to me, part of the fun of playing a card game is having the cards in your hand. That's like part of the fun. Okay, my opponent has got the Guardy out, and they've got the Monkey Dory, and they're doing the thing. They're attacking with Gardevoir. Yeah, they put me in a little bit of a tough spot, but that's okay. We've got a pretty terrible hand. Let's just go Arven for Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball and Rescue Board, and then we're going to get the Bundler, and we're going to bundle something else out. And we're going to say we better hit a... Oh, I should have put the Mew active. Yeah, or not the Mew. I keep forgetting about this. Put the Raikou active with the board. Yeah. Then we restart for 2. We need to find an energy. That'll do. Okay. And then we bundle her. Okay, we're saying I need just one more prize to win. This is pretty sick. All right, we're cooking, dude. We're cooking. We're cooking. Let's freaking go. I amp again. I know, see? Geronimox says, the tears that actually fall when you play tabletop Monopoly is way better than Monopoly on the phone. Like, exactly. Things are more fun on tabletop. Just generally speaking. And that is something that I'm really enjoying about Neopets right now. Is like having the cards, having the dice, doing the tabletop thing. It's fun. It's good fun. The turns are quick. And you're doing stuff very quickly, you know. You're always rolling dice to defend. You're always like you have counter spells too. So like during your opponent's turn, there are cards that you can play, right? Which is fun. It's fun. Like Pokemon right here, like I pretty much am just sitting here waiting for my opponent to be done doing whatever they're doing. And that is a major problem with modern Pokemon. Is like you're sitting here waiting for your opponent to be done doing what they're doing for a really long time. People do always make comparisons between Pokemon and chess, but the huge difference between Pokemon and chess is that chess has many short turns. Pokemon has a few way too long turns, right? I mean, that's like, it's kind of the, and 50-minute best of 3. I was talking to Jason Klasinski, and he said 50-minute best of 3 was the death of Pokemon for him. And I agree. It's like trying to jam 3 games into 50 minutes kind of ruins everything. Well, this is not good. I mean, 15-minute best of 3 is like older Pokemon. It was encouraged to play long, drawn-out games, right? You were encouraged to play long, drawn-out games where there were many turns with a short volley between players. That's like old Pokemon. New Pokemon is that you're trying to crank out these very short. Dang, we just don't have the game-winning card off of. This is so sad. I have 4 boss's orders in my deck. 4. And I just need to simply... I just need to fleet-foot it into it. I play the Penguin. Yes. But I already Penguined once. Okay, here we go. Tandem unit. Thin the deck. Here is my boss's orders. Dang it. Can't they just guarantee do double? I guess. Yep, no, they lose. I lose. Wait. Because they can retreat. Well, I guess I don't. Not necessarily. Yeah, it's 250. Yeah. Well, I guess I don't technically lose. Oh, they have the tool. They town store. They just retreat here. They get the charm and they just win. Yeah. And they have Vessel. Yeah, that'll do it. Dang. Guardy's broken. Sad. Let them mess up. Sit around and wait for that? No, they always got it, dude. I wonder... It does feel like this deck needs Raichu sometimes. It feels really bad. It feels really bad not having a way to do like 300 damage. Yeah, we probably want to put the... Probably want to put that guy back in. Wow, it's just like the 2 worst starters. That's okay. We'll do this. All right. Turn 1 amp, easy mode. We've got it right here. Mushroom Viper, I think the issue with Guardy being boring to play on TCG Live is that the game actions all take too long. Like, TCG Live is just not a very well-made client, so, like, the act of playing cards on the client is not very, like, intuitive or fun. Like, things just aren't snappy. It doesn't feel good to play, right? So, like, when you're playing a deck that has... I would say that Guardy is too laborious. Maybe boring is the wrong word. I would say Guardy is too laborious to be worth playing on TCG Live. It feels like pulling teeth, right? Well, let's freaking go. Because the amount of game actions required, right? It's too dang high. Okay, so we tandem units. We want to Arven. We're going to get this guy. We want to Arven for probably the 4 Seal Stone. And actually, let's throw this. We're into 2. See, that helps. It's like, and usually I want to Arven first, but like now I know what I'm doing. I'm getting Switch Cart and 4 Seal Stone, right? So like that. That just makes everything so much easier. So we do that, we squawk. Caw-caw! Yeah, Guardy, yeah, sure. Guardy is definitely a big brain deck. Like, yeah, and I've played lots of Guardy in paper, and I've enjoyed my time playing it. I think that the problem isn't that Guardy is a deck that's too grindy to play. It's just a deck that, like, the turns take too long, right? And we've seen, like, you got one of the, the best modern player in the world got literally disqualified from a tournament for slow playing with Guardy. I mean, because like the turns take forever, right? You know what I mean? And then like, so literally, like you can't argue with that. Like, literally, like the slow playing allegations with Guardy are insane because the deck takes an eternity to pilot. And then on live, it's even worse. So it's like, now I don't think it's possible for Pokemon to go back to the game feeling like it used to feel. I don't think it's possible. It's just, it can't be done. And that's okay. They've got a 2-card hand. They've got Jamming Tower in play. That's cringe. And the thing is that what used to make old Pokemon kind of feel engaging was that even though you couldn't play cards during your opponent's turn, the turns were shorter. So you were like, the volley was faster, right? Your opponent's turn didn't take 5 minutes. So like, it was going to come back to your turn sooner, right? Now, there are like so many different game actions to do during a turn. Like turns tend to take forever. But you can't go back to the way things used to be. And the reason you can't go back to the way things used to be is because everything's item-based now. Everything is item-based now. Things used to be supporter-based. And actually, I feel like the game was much better when things were supporter-based. I probably am just going to take that take now. Like, I'm probably just going to lean into that take. Because I think so. I think the game was better when things were all supporter-based because it limited the amount of actions you could take a turn. Now you can just take a million actions a turn. right? So like, and it's like it's really the itemification of everything, right? Turning everything into an item, which basically happened during the black and white era, right? But even so, like the black and white era, there were a lot of items, but there wasn't a lot of deck search because the only ball card was like Ultra Ball and Level Ball. Trade didn't exist. There was nothing that like drew a million cards. It really was just like you play your supporter, you play your item, you attack. I mean, that's like the black and white era wasn't too bad for that regard. You know, things didn't start to get extremely degenerate until like Shaman EX came out. Things started getting really degenerate around then. When Shaman EX came out, then turns lasted forever, right? Next year, guy says there's more deck search now, but that makes it less random. So you're telling me that when Jason Klaczynski won 3 world championships, that was all just randomness? No, right? No. Randomness does not mean no skill, right? Not at all. And people tend to say that 2006. Oh, why no amp? This thing's just gonna get. I'm trying to attack with the Blood Moon. All right. I'm also just talking right now, but I forgot that I thought this guy had a retreat cost of like 4. But if I retreat him, then he's just gonna get stuck again, guys. So yes. Now I'm getting rid of the. Yeah. We gotta get rid of this thing now. We're not item locked? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was tripping. All right. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Wonderful. I'm not item locked? This is crazy. All right. I'll amp now. How about that? I think that my biggest problem with like the design philosophy of recent Pokemon is that they put so much emphasis on turn 1. And they make it so that the game is never going to last more than a handful of turns, right? You have to have like your buddy Poffins. You have to have your battle VIP pass, right? And it's all item based. Everything's item based, right? So like you have to be able to do everything turn 1. You got to be able to do everything turn 2. You want to like look at cards like Buddy Poffin. Look at cards like Hyper Aroma, right? 3 stage 1s all at once. 2 basics all at once. Pokemon have 300 hit points, right? But they all one-hit KO each other as well. So like yeah, it's tough. There's so much emphasis on your turn 1s. And you know, obviously a deck like Gardevoir, there's a ton of comeback potential with Gardevoir because it's got the hand disruption, it's got the gusting, it's got the, you know, manipulating, knocking out whatever you want. I mean, so that's Gardy's shtick, right? It's always been the deck that is just trying to trying to like manipulate what your opponent has and lock them out of a win condition, right? And that's okay. I'm glad decks like that exist. I mean, it's fantastic for the game, but it is just an extremely laborious deck to play and play against. No, I definitely agree that the game is definitely in a the game's in a better place than it has been in years. It's in a better place than it was during the entire Sword and Shield era, that's for sure. But I'm kind of just talking like at this point, it's like I'm talking as somebody who's way too invested into the Pokemon TCG. So, you know, like I'm talking as somebody who knows way too much and has played way too much. You know, it's almost like the game's not made for people like me, okay, who have spent like hundreds of thousands of hours. Is that even accurate? Probably tens of thousands of hours. How many hours do you think I've spent on this game in the last decade? Let's see. Hours in a year. How many hours are there in a year? 8,000? We're going to say tens of... probably 10,000 hours. I'll probably put... not hundreds of thousand hours? That's cap. Because there's only 8,000 hours in a year. But I put a lot of hours in this game, all right? Yeah, hundreds of thousands of hours is actually impossible. Listen, I fact-checked myself. This has been independently verified by the Tricky Jim fact-checkers. Yeah, 1 million hours. I've put one bajillion hours into this game. I've spent, we'll say, thousands and thousands of hours. That's probably a fair amount. Thousands of hours, yes. Most people aren't putting thousands and thousands of hours into Pokemon. So, like, yeah, hundreds of thousands of seconds. There we go. Oh, yeah, House of the Dragon? Shoo-wee! Yeah, that was awesome. Aemond and Allison are my favorite characters, so last night, great episode. Great episode for Team Green fans. Let's freaking go. Love it. Yes. Cool, I'm just going to get donked. That's fun. Love it. Love it, love it. How could anyone be a Team Green fan? What the heck? Because Allison's awesome. Listen, I don't like Aegon, all right? You're telling me that if you like a football team, then you got to like every single player on that football team? Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me now. No. He's the king? Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I think, like I said, Aemond and Allison are my favorite characters, so. And part of it's like, I'm gonna root for him because I really like the acting, right? Yeah, like we're talking about two families that are absolutely insane, right? Like, so I could easily be like, oh, so you like Damon, huh? Oh, you think Damon's a good guy? Like, oh, so you think everything Damon does is great. Really? Like, both sides could do that. All right, looks like I'm playing against a Charizard deck with Diplin's Paradise. We've got a great opening hand so far. Love what I see. This is fantastic. Well, Arvin, get a buddy poffin, and a board. Cool. And then we got a buddy poffin. And we can go get an Applin. And I'll get the Goldeen as well. That's cool. And then I'm going to pass. End my turn. My opponent's got nothing. You support Rhaenyra, the rightful heir. But should Viserys have ever made her heir? All right, here we go. And research. Let's freaking go. You lose. Living in a Diplin paradise. Churn butter once or twice. Living in the Diplin paradise. This is the only deck I want to play. Is that so bad? I just love Diplin. Have I tried Swim Freely with the Goldeen and the Grookey engine? No, I have not. And you could say that Aegon's the king, sure, but like, did you see the last episode? Did you see Alicent's monologue to Aegon last episode? That was so sick. Alicent's monologue to Aegon. I'm not going to spoil it, but the Alicent's monologue to Aegon was insane. Listen, nobody likes Aegon. That's, of course. All right, let's go. This is not a playable opening hand. That's okay. No one likes Sir Kristen Cole? Nah, Kristen Cole, he's cool. Yeah, I'm Team Green after all. Yeah, he's chill, bro. Yeah. I co-sign with Kristen Cole. That's cool. Yeah. Listen, I like Alicent, and Alicent likes Kristen Cole, so like he must be okay. We'll go buddy poffin. Looks like I'm up against Lost Box. Okay. I have prized my Manaphy, unfortunately. Cole is an awful person, such a wimp, sent others to fight. Everybody in that show is an awful person. Everybody. Thank you, Mahar, for that Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. That's how George writes his characters. Yes. He guilt tripped the twin. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, he's got baggage, bro. Kristen Cole, he's got baggage for sure. He's doing a lot of projecting these days. Yeah. But I still like him though. Because I like Team Green. He's doing a lot of projecting right now. Listen, he ain't perfect, but I like him though. He's cool. Kristen Cole, he feels, man. He feels. He feels with his whole heart. All right? He does. When Rhaenyra broke his heart, he felt that. He was hurt. All right. Yeah, I ain't beating no Lost Box deck. Let's be honest. I know. He's very smart. Him, Eamon, and Allison are running the chessboard perfectly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kristen Cole is cool. He and Eamon, did you see that? The plot that he and Eamon came up with? That was sick. That's what I'm saying. And Kristen Cole is the only one on Team Green who knows how to fight. Okay? Kristen Cole and Eamon are the only ones on Team Green who know how to fight. That means something. All right? So, yeah. I like Kristen Cole. He's cool. He's interesting, at least. Whereas, like, what? If you're on Team Black, who do you like? Rhaenyra? You know how stupid it was of Rhaenyra to go to King's Landing? Stupid. That was the only point. The only point in the House of the Dragon that I was like, this is ridiculous. When Rhaenyra did what she did at King's Landing, I felt like I was watching Fast and the Furious. That's how unrealistic it was. I felt like I was watching Fast and the Furious. I like Rhaenyra, I like Rhaenys all right. But the problem with Rhaenys is that she picked the wrong team. So, yeah, Rhaenys just got what's coming to her. She picked the wrong team, guys. Tough. She made her bed, and now she's sleeping in it. This is me. I know. This is me. After watching last night's episode with Rhaenys, I was just like, yep, that's what you get. Pick the wrong team. Gosh, this deck is... This deck is not looking great right now, if I'm being honest. All right, they got research. That's not boss. That's fine. I could work with this. Oh, I know. My wife, Natalie, has read all the books. I get it. Natalie's read all the books. I know. Listen, I'm still Team Green, okay? Listen, people root for the Browns And they lose every year. Okay? Just let me be. They've even got a quarterback that has terrible morals. It's like the same thing. All right. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to get a full bench. I basically just knocked this guy out, but I got to go get a full bench first. Okay. Please. Goodness gracious. You got to be joking me. This deck is so unplayable. Okay. 2, 4, 6. Okay, we're doing discard these. Why do I only have one Haplin left in my deck? Counter catcher. And this only works on. Oh yeah, get me out of here. I keep forgetting that belt only works on EXs. Yeah, just get that. Yeah. I keep thinking that it works on Vs. It should. It should though. All right, I see now why I stopped playing the Diplin's Paradise deck. That deck is kind of terrible. Kind of. Let's just max out consistency, you know? Buddy Buddies, Ultra Balls. Is Guardy's probably still playing. They're playing Fluttermane. They're still playing Fluttermane for sure. They're playing both, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's fine. Come on, Diplin. Blake, are you going for top 125 this year? Is anybody in the chat going for top 125 this year? Or top X of whatever your region is? Anybody going for it? Passively trying. Already 15 points closer. I know. I did see I saw that people are like, oh, you're going to decrease the size of locals if you do this. But then, people were posting pictures of like 100-player League Cups this past weekend. Looks like I'm playing against Charizard, going second, and I've got a phenomenal opening hand with the Grookmeister, Nest Ball. We can get an Apple. This is great. And Buddy Buddy Poffin. Go get another Grookmeister and another Apple. Wonderful. We'll go Grass Energy to my bench, Applin, and Research. And then... yeah, it's about as strong as it gets. Love that. We'll pass. And see what my opponent does this next turn. Maybe they go Rare Candy, get the Charizard, all of that. If my opponent attacks with a Charizard this next turn, I could destroy that Charizard with a turn 2 Diplin. That would be pretty hype. But it looks like maybe they're just... what? All right, here's Pidgeot. Pidgeot can quick search. They've used their Rotom. They've used their 4 Sealstone. Here comes quick search. Yeah, they're just going to buy some time. That makes sense. And probably instant charge. If I have to guess. Oh, Heat Tackle. Sheesh. Not my Apple, dude. That's crazy. That's fine. I'll send my Applin up. The counter catcher? Be a shame if I were to absolutely destroy your Pidgeot, huh? That would be a shame. Let's Ultra Ball. See what we got going on in the deck. Let's get this guy. And then, as far as basics go, I've got 2 basics left in the deck, so that's fine. And is my maximum belt in here? It is. So, I could knock out the Pidgeot this turn. We'll see about it. Counter catcher Pidgeot. And Iono. We've got a Thwacky. I've got it. Dude, I've got it. You're dead. You're dead, mate. You thought you were slick, bro. But then I go Boom Boom Groove for the Boom Boom Groove. And Boom Boom Groove for the Boom Boom Groove. And then we go get the Belt Maximum. Bug catching sets. Cool. Attach Grass Energy to Applin. And do the wave for 150 damage. And then I get to attack again. Another 150 damage right there. Do the wave. And that Pidgeot is super dead. Turbo dead. I'll take my 2 prizes. Now, I do need a Diplin. Yeah. Do need to find a Diplin. Yeah, here's Rare Candy Charizard. Come on now. All I need is a Diplin or a supporter card, and I'm schmoovin'. Iono. All right, next 4 cards. That's fine. Surely these next 4 cards have got... I think I was top decking that Diplin anyway, for sure. And now we're definitely cooking. Easy mode. I've got Kieran, which can allow me to do 130 damage twice. And they're heat tackling with the Vitality Band? That's crazy. Okay, so I send up Apple. We're tied at 4-4. Let's go Diplin. And Boom Boom Groove. Let's see. We're going to... Dang, dude. My opponents, they hate the content. They hate the content. I'm here for the content. Yeah, Alaskan Hero. I like that point that Riley made as well. Not everybody who competes in a given thing is trying to go to the Olympics every year. Exactly. I mean, I ran competitively. I ran competitively from middle school all the way up through college. And like for me, you know, going to a college Division III national championship was like, that to me was like my goal. And that's where I got to. But I was never going to get to go to the Olympics. And I still had like a very fruitful and fulfilling running career, despite, you know, never going on a professional level with it and never getting paid a dime from it. I never earned a dime. That's it. Never. Because I was an amateur runner. It was still very, very fruitful and very rewarding, right? Okay. Looks like I'm playing against Raging Bolt, and I've got not the best opening hand, but I do have an S-Ball, so I don't lose. That's great. And then for the following turn, I do have a Diplin, and I've got a Festival Grounds and an Iono. So, I mean, we can work with this. If I can find a couple Buddy Poffin or something next turn, that'd be great. I mean, they're probably going to hit me with the turn 1 Magnetic Burst for knockout, I have to imagine. They just have to find Asada's Vitality. And, yeah, there we go. But they only have 1 grass in the discard pile, so that's not enough energy yet to use Magnetic Burst, but now they've got a Teal Dance, so they just need to find their fighting energy, and they'll be able to Magnetic Burst for knockouts. This matchup should be pretty good for me, because there's a lot of 2-prize Pokemon that I can knock out fairly easily with the Diplins. That should be okay. And I'm only promoting single prizers, so that all feels very good. Let's go Applin. And I've got the Diplin, but we definitely need to find some guys. So here goes Festival Grounds. Here goes Super Rod. Grass Energy, and it's just got to be Buddy Buddies or something. Anything, really. Pokemon. I need Pokemon. All right, scoop it up. Why, like, bro, how many Pokemon search cards do I have to play? Huh? How many? I needed basics. Yes. 40. And that's the problem with modern Pokemon. Like I was saying, it's just like, okay, if your turn 1, turn 2 is not, it's like, yep, we lose. That's it. And you're already playing 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin, you're already playing 2 Nest Ball, you're already playing Ultra Ball. It's like, but you just have to, you're already playing 4 bug catching sets, but you just have to find them. Like on that turn or you lose. That's fine. It was just unlucky. That should be a fine matchup, but you just have to have those guys early. Oh well, oh well. I think we like to go first, but like we also like to open, you know, like search cards. That'll work. Playing against Chen Pao, Baxcalibur. We got a fantastic opening going first. Top deck the second Buddy Buddy Poffin. I've got the Manaphy already in my hand. We love to see that. So that is great. And should be able to pop off and have a very strong turn 2. That is what's looking like. Wonderful. Get those guys down. Manaphy down, pass. And then for next turn, I've got Thwackey, Iono, and then I just need to find a Diplin. They've got Shivery Chill, all right, and a Bidoof. Ultra Ball, they can maybe go get Radiant Greninja so that they can conceal cards and see some more stuff. Now they're going straight for Frigibacks. And then do they have a supporter for turn or no? They do not. Okay. Let's get after it. Top decked the Ultra Ball. But I don't even really want to play that Ultra Ball, but I can, I guess. But I have to discard Roseanne's backup and my Super Rod, which is like not what you want to do. But that's fine. We'll do it. And go get Big Dipper. It's fine. I can always pal pad the Roseanne's backup back into the deck. And we'll Iono. So it's a guaranteed attack. We've got another Dippler. Boom Boom Groove for the Boom Boom Groove. And then we do that. And Boom Boom Groove for the Grass Energy. No knockouts, but getting some damage on the board is pretty good. We'll just do our 100 damage. And say, all right, next turn, knock the Chen Pao out. Have I ever done Sun and Moon retro content? Yes, I have. JD wants to get into retro decks. Some of them are not cheap. Yes, that is definitely the biggest holdup with retro stuff. Is that it is tough to get a hold of. But the cool thing about it is that once you create those decks, they are kind of just done, right? You don't have to keep investing into it. Once you've invested into those retro formats. Ooh, excuse me. Once you invest into those retro formats, they are just constructed, right? I mean, because they don't really change. Whereas like standard and expanded and even Gym Leader Challenge, or like, as sets come out, they constantly evolve. Yes, until you decide to make another deck, of course. Yeah, once you invest into a retro format, you keep investing into new retro formats to feel alive. Yeah, that's the thing that nobody tells you. Yeah, it's like getting tattoos. Like you get a tattoo, and then you need tattoos to go with your other tattoos. It's like, and then your tattoo looks so lonely, and then you need other tattoos to go with your other tattoos, and then you just got a whole back full. It's like if you build 2 retro decks, then you're like, well, what if I want to play a different matchup? Is power creep the reason for modern TCG issues? Game design, I would say, and power creep. But game design has a lot to do with it because they've turned everything into items, right? And by turning everything into items, they've made the game less like chess and more like this kind of thing that you just spend like 5 minutes doing, like comboing off or whatever, right? Power creep definitely is a problem. One-hit KO should have never been made so easy. The number on the cards is insignificant as much as, like, the numbers on the cards don't matter. It's just that, like, the numbers on the cards relative to the other numbers is like the number. So it's game design, I would say, right? TCG Live needs to reconnect. Oh, brother. We're back. Great. Just a little disconnect. Yeah, even if you look at, like, I don't know, playing before Shaman EX, I want to say everything changed with Shaman EX, but then, like, Shaman EX didn't necessarily, because, like, I think 2017 NAIC was a really good format, and Shaman existed during that format. But, like, things started to shift around that time. And Sun and Moon days were still, like, good formats. It really feels like, things started to go off the rails with tag teams and VMAXs for sure. But it feels like Pokemon has had a hard time kind of figuring out the identity of their game since then. But I feel like it's in a fine spot now. Yeah, turn 1 supporters, turn 1 supporters are good, but then, like, decks are too strong to handle turn 1 supporters now. Decks are way too strong. Strategies are too strong to handle turn 1 supporters now. But it feels silly that you can't go, like, turn 1 Bridget, but why would you? They printed Buddy Buddy Poffin. So it's like everything's an item now, right? I had this feeling, like, when I was playing Chen Pao at Indy, it's crazy because, like, I played the 2006 side event, and the game was very one-way during that, right? And then I played the standard main event, and like there were turns playing Chen Pao where I felt like I was in my own little planet. Like my opponent had no chance because I was just cooking for like 5 minutes and they couldn't stop me. I had a bazillion game actions and I had a bazillion things to do every turn, and there was absolutely nothing they could do about it. They had to just sit there and watch. It very much felt like solitaire, yes. All right, boom, boom, the groove. I guess I could just swing for 200. That's kind of cool. Sick. Might want Manaphy. Oh, yeah, that guy. We're fine. Question is, can the game be slowed down? No. It just is what it is. That's why there's the difference between modern Pokemon and past Pokemon. I think... Well, that's why you get into having different formats, right? And that's why Gym Leader Challenge exists. Because Gym Leader Challenge is modern Pokemon, but it feels more like retro Pokemon. Right? So it's fine. You just get different formats, do different things, all that. Now this is going to be tough because they can just attack with a Flutter Mane. Oh, but they're not gonna. Sick. This is fun though. All right, we got the Dipper. Love it. We do this. We do this. We research. Okay. And then we got Dipper down. Or Applin down. Cool. And then let's boom, boom, groove. Should I do the canceling clone now? Because they're going to put up the Flutter Mane. Do that. Boom, boom, groove. Diplin. And boom, boom, groove. The problem is they'll just promote like somebody who's not Flutter Mane. If I do that. So I think I'm fine. Because like they'll just promote somebody who's not. If I cancel now, they'll just promote somebody who's not Flutter Mane. But if I do that, then they will promote Flutter Mane. I think it's fine. I think we just do this and we save the canceling clone. So they do that, and that turns me on. I could have canceled, but then they would have promoted Minchino. So, like, it doesn't really matter. And then I would have wasted my canceling clone. Uh-oh, there's an Iron Hands. Okay. This is fine. I ain't even stressed about the Iron Hands. No worries. And here's the Iron Hands. Okay. With the energy on it. Fine. There's Chinchino. I could knock out the Iron Hands. It's all right. They'll go to 3. I'll go to 3. I'm getting Iono. It's a little tough out here. Yeah. This seems bad. Definitely seems not great. Gotta deal with this guy, though. Go there. Go there. Iono. Yeah, max belt's all I need. But it still feels bad because it puts them in a place where they can... Boom Boom Groove. For Rod, hopefully. Play the Rod. And then Boom Boom Groove again. For second Rod. We'll play that. Just get all these guys back into the deck. And then Boom Boom Groove again. Buddy Buddy Poffins. Never even played one this game. Wow. Okay. That guy. Do that. And we do the wave twice. And take only 1 prize on this Iron Hands. Sad. But then at this point, we're tied 3-3. And they should just be able to attack with single prizers until the game ends. Unless I am able to somehow yeah, sure, 1 E-Hammer, but the problem is that the deck doesn't just need to be able to beat Lugia, it needs to be able to beat Lost Box, it needs to be able to beat Gardevoir, it needs to be able to beat Turbo Iron Hands decks. It needs to be able to beat Raging Bolt. It needs to be able to beat everything. It's like, yeah, you get in this situation. It needs to be able to beat Charizard. You get in this situation where it's like you have all these different cards you want to play. But then, like, if you play too many of them, then the deck gets inconsistent. And then you're not beating anything. So, it's tough. It's like if you take out too many of the consistency cards, then you just lose everything. Okay, so they're going to special roll. I got to see if I can go. I got to go knockout. Defiance Band is down. So then we got to go Roseanne's back up to put Defiance Band, that, and that back into the deck. And then we go Boom Boom Groove for Defiance Band. Oy, oy, oy. Boom Boom Groove. For... I don't have Kieran either. Canceling Clone. Boom Boom Groove. For... Applin. Oh, I don't even have the stadium. That's so sick. And I gotta vacuum away that. That's fine. Let's do that. And then what? I have to take... Do I have Kieran? Is Kieran like in the discard pile? No, it's prize. So I have to rip Kieran here. Okay. And then what? You send up Fluttermane. And then I can't knock out like double chop. I just can't knock out the chops. Because I need the Defiance Band again. Yeah. We just can't even win, bro. It's not possible. I don't think they're out of energy. Why would you bench the Luminion? Why would you do such a silly thing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are they out of energy? I think they ran out of energy. I think they ran out. No, 12, 13, 14. You should have like 17 in there. Anyways. Why? And then you put down the Luminion and you gust around. Surely there could. Surely there was a better play. There has to be. All right. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the stream, y'all. I got a doctor's appointment in like 10 minutes, so I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow with Gym Leader Challenge, Conquest, Tabletop gameplay, though. Y'all take it easy and have a great day. Thank you so much for the stream. I will catch you all tomorrow. Later.